Hello Roosevelt students, this is Mr. Roble. Today I'm going to be doing another video lab with you. Today's lab is called the Glacier Lab, and if you have a copy of your lab sheet it should look like this. This is the general copy. If you have the accelerated copy it looks a little bit different, but for the most part it is the same thing. If you don't have a copy of it, more than likely you can download it from your teacher's website or possibly from their grade book, or if you can't get it from one of those places you'll have to get it from your teacher in person. There is one learning target up at the top under here under the purpose. It says, I can explain how Minnesota's landscape has been shaped by weathering, erosion, deposition, and glacial activity. I can explain whether weathering, erosion, and deposition are constructive or destructive processes. So I guess there's two of them, not just one learning target, but two I can statements there. The research, it tells you right here, you can find it in the book on those pages, and the last part is from Part C, Section 2 in your notes. The hardest one, actually the majority of this you can get from your notes except for this one right here, right by page 168, the first blank. So you will have to use your book for that one, but the rest of it you can actually get right from your notes too. It's a fairly basic lab. There's an ice cube that has gravel on the bottom of it, which I'll show you in a second. There's a bar of soap and a paper towel. So the procedure is again, fairly simple. It says, number one, examine one side of the bar of soap and record at least 4 detailed observations of it. A sketch counts as 1. So what I'll do is I'll hold the bar of soap up and you can draw what it is that you see. Remember to talk about its shape, its color, its size, if there's any writing on it. I know you can't hold it because you're watching a video, but think about its texture. Think about if it has any smell to it. And number 2, it says examine the glacier cube and record at least 4 detailed observations of it. So do the same thing there. So right now I'm going to hold up the soap and I'm going to hold up the glacier cube, and you're going to have to pause it because I'm going to try to make the video a little bit quicker. So please pause it if you need to write down these 4 things. But I'll hold them up and you can see what they are. So here is the soap. And then here is the glacier cube. So all it is an ice cube that has some sand in the bottom of it. It's starting to melt a little bit on me, but again, it's just an ice cube with some sand in it. And once again, if you need to pause it or if you need to go back, you can do that. Now looking back at the lab sheet, it says, number 3, drag the glacier cube across the soap 1 time with the sand side down. Record at least 4 detailed observations. A sketch counts as 1. So I'm going to rub the glacier cube across the soap 1 time, and I'll show you what happened. And it might be kind of hard to see, but hopefully you can make it out. So you can see that it left a streak of water across the bar of soap as it started to melt. There's a little bit of sand that's in there, and also right here you can see that it gouged out, and right over here too, it gouged out part of the soap. So those are some of the things that you should have noticed with the bar of soap. And again, pause it if you need to. The next part of the lab is number 4. It says drag the glacier cube across the soap several times and record some observations. So I'm going to drag it across several times, show you what happened. And it is kind of a messy lab, but I'll show you what happened, and then again write down your observations from this time. So let's see what we have here. So this time it left a big groove in the bar of soap. You can also see that there's some sand that's kind of lined up in a nice even row, and there's a lot of water on this bar of soap now. So the glacier is melting quite a bit. So again, pause it if you need to. And there are some analysis questions at the bottom. They're fairly easy, but some of them come from your notes, some of them come from the lab itself. So if you can't answer it without your notes, then grab your notes packet and look in there. Once again, as always, if you have questions or anything, make sure that you ask your teacher. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.